Alright everybody, welcome back to the Inhabitmars channel. Today just going to post an update video on some of the stuff I've been doing. I'm going to try to make this quick. I recorded this the last time, it was 20 minutes. And I'm not feeling like editing videos right now. So I just want to go into this real quick. Now this was Sol 3549 of the Curiosity Rover. And this was done by Joe White over at Art Alien TV. He had found these blocks, and in fact, John Ward had posted a video of some blocks also, and I wanted to get to them, but I kept discovering more and more stuff in here. And during the last video, I think I talked about how all of this stuff looked like debris. And I'm going to show you several pieces that definitely look like debris, and then we're going to get into the other part of the video. Now this is not the full video, I don't have everything done yet, but we did talk about the pyramid, like capstone probably right here with a statue piece laying next to it. That's right here in the image. Okay, and I haven't modeled a statue piece, still getting to that. And then this block over here, we also talked about that had some definite straight cuts to it, 90-degree angles and stuff like that. We talked about those. Here's some other stuff in this real quick that when I put out the full video, hopefully tomorrow, I'll be able to explain more of these. Just to show you real quick, I thought this was an interesting piece. It's octagonal. It's got 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other 3 would be on the ground. But then it's got these pipes that come out. See these little pipes right here? There's one in the middle. It's a little bit bigger, and these 4 that go around it. And there's actually like a metal plate or something laying up against it. You just barely make it out, even in this enhanced image, from the rest of the soil. And this is kind of what this one looks like. That's what it seems to look like from the image. Alright, so we got that. I told you I'd get to this piece again. This one's pretty cool too. I liked this piece, but you can see this oval right here. Alright, there's one piece of it, and then it's got these pieces that come out, and then it's got this smaller oval here at the top, and that's kind of what this thing looks like. So that's that piece right there. Actually, the audio is actually recording this time. My girl's messed with my microphone, so I can't record with the microphone right now until I figure out what they did to it. Alright, we've got this piece right here, the one we talked about in the last video. We talked about this one, but it's got this like block in front of it, and then it's got these pieces that are actually indented in. In fact, now that I look at it, it actually looks like this one should be like this. See how I've got that one indented in? I only extruded out these. It looks like maybe I should go back and fix that. Maybe this piece too. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe that's not solid piece across there, but that's that one. And then this piece here was pretty cool. Take a look at that. It's got this like curved T shape at the top, and that's actually twisted to the left, as you can see in the model. I'll show you a little closer. And then it's got this piece in the middle, and then it's got these black top and bottom. So it's kind of what this thing looks like. I don't know what it is or what it could be, but that's the shape that it has right there. That's that piece. And we'll go into that more, like I say, when we do the full video. Hopefully I'll get that out in the next day or so. And then you got this piece here, and there's another one I'll show you. Take a look at that thing. It's like a flywheel on the end. See that right there? And then the body of it's right there. Maybe I need a little more space between here and here. I put a little bit of space. See, you can see the light coming through. Maybe I need a little more space. So we might have to fix that. But that's that flywheel, and this looks like it should be a little thinner. So we'll see if we can fix that. But that's that piece. And I'm going through these quick, I know. We'll we will look at these closer. Hopefully I get it out tomorrow, like I say. And then here's this other piece that was right here. I'll move it to the left. There it is right there. And it's kind of got that flywheel-like thing on the front again. Parts that extrude out. You got these spokes that come in. There's at least 3 spokes. That's what I've modeled. And then on the back, I probably didn't extrude this out far enough. It's got that piece on the back, it looks like, from the image. We go back to it. Or that could just be something behind it. Actually, now it kind of looks like something behind it. But that's what that piece basically looks like. And then, where do you go? There you are. I call this the Martian scale. I don't know what it is, but it kind of, I remember those old scales from like the 70s or 80s. How they had that plate that it sits on, and then the top piece is, you know, it's spring loaded, but it would sit on top of it, and then you jump on the scale, and you know, I don't know if that's what this is, but this is the shape that it has. And let me just show you, and it's not exactly set in place right. Oops. Helps if I click on it. There it is right there, and it's got these fins on it, and then it's got these pieces attached to it. It's kind of what they look like. So, don't know what it is. That's kind of what it looks like. Alright, so let's get into what I want to get into today. So, we're not going to save because we didn't change anything. Let's just go down here. Okay, this was a find by Sara Runcie, and she makes excellent finds. You can find her over on the Mars Revealed Facebook page. And sometimes, I don't know if she posts on Art Alien also, but she does post on the Mars Revealed for sure. And she was talking about this, what looks like a Martian hanging out behind this doorway or furnace or whatever this thing is. I think it's like a furnace of some sort. But he looks like he's actually standing with his profile kind of towards you like this, and he's looking at you like this, although he's standing up and I'm sitting down, but you know, and he'd actually be the other way, kind of like this. And he's got a hood on. You can see the white hood. If this is a person, that would be like a hood draped over his head, and then of course he's got long legs, and you can actually see just a little bit different from the shadow. This is the shadow here, but this actually looks like feet right here, like shoes. See that? That'd be about where his ankle is, and it goes into the calf and into the legs. And then of course this wall piece is still sticking out, so we don't know if that's where it ends or that's just the wall piece blocking it. But that would be about where his ankle is. His knee would be somewhere in here. So if that is, that's, you know, he's taking a look at the rover maybe. But this is what I came up with in this. There's a lot of little structures in here. I'm gonna hide some of these for a minute so we can see behind it. Okay. Oh, I need to hide the pipes also. Take a look at this thing. This thing looks pretty cool. I speculate this might be some sort of water collection thing. Is it better to show you in the image probably? Here we go. This is the image. You can see these round pipes. 1, 2, third one right there. And there may be a fourth one sitting on top of what looks like a black box. Alright, and it's sitting right in front of this, and this cube actually goes into this dome right here. And what I'm speculating this might be is some sort of water collection. Air would get drawn into here, and it would create a vortex, and this stuff would pass through something like copper or any kind of metal or anything that would allow the water to condensate, and then it would drip down on those. And then you could either pull water out to one of these pipes, or maybe this is where the air comes out. Maybe it spins somehow, and then air is pumped out through the bottom, and then the water would collect on these, on probably a copper grating or something that it has to pass through, and then the cooler copper would cool the stuff down. So I don't know, it's just kind of a passive water system. People have been experimenting with them here. And then what we have is what looks like a shop area right here. This looks like a table with some sort of fabric or something sitting on the edge of the table, and I'll show you what that looks like. It looks like a machine right here with a sort of triangular shaped pulley system on the end. Like this is a round cylinder and this is a belt. Could be, it's kind of what it looks like. And then it actually looks like a shop vac right here. I joked that this was a shop vac, but it might just be a bucket or something. But it's round, and it's cylindrical, and it actually comes up a little bit wider as it gets to the top. And it actually looks like there might be a lid on it. Once again, hard to tell, it's so blurry. And then there may be a shelf up here, and I'll show you once again what that looks like. But then we also have this right here. This is another piece that's sitting just in front of this one, just to the left of this wall is this piece right here. And see this round cylinder in it? And it's got another small, like a motor that is extruded outward. We've seen this shape several times here on Mars, like it's a pulley system or maybe a fan or something, but we've seen this exact shape in several images as the rover is climbing up Mount Sharp. So what it is, I don't know, but this guy has one right here. And then this looks like maybe some shelving that angles back, and I still couldn't make this out whether this was a plate or whatever. And then the steps that people have talked about, the steps that was pointed out by either Sara Runcie or somebody who was commenting. I think it was somebody who was commenting on her find that these could be steps. Alright, and then this is like a ramp coming down, and it actually comes parallel with the bottom of where these steps would be. Alright, so we have that. Let me show you what that looks like in a model, and then I want to show you what I'm... Okay, let's unhide everything. Alt-H to unhide. So this is what that like water collection thing would look like, or whatever it is. It may not be. I put a grating on the front, but I have no idea what it actually looks like right there. And that's just a texture. It's actually a see-through texture. I made it with an alpha channel so you could see through the grating. But it's just one plane that's a texture's added to. Alright, that's what that one looks like. And the furnace, of course, it should be dark on this face right here, whatever this is. And some people speculated it may be the doorway that fits right in here. If you look at the image, look how close it is to that. And it almost matches the shape of that. Alright, so it could be. I'm not sure. And then this is what I call his work area or his shop area. Let me click on something. And this is what I was talking about. What looks like that machine. That's kind of what it looks like right here. And we'll get into these more in depth when we go into the model. And then it was like a piece of fabric or something. It'd be thick fabric because it doesn't fold all the way. So I speculated maybe leather if it is. Or it could be wood and it's warped. Maybe this is some machine to work with wood or something. Or metal. Maybe he's working on with metal. But I just made it some sort of Martian looking leather. So that's that right there. And then this is what I call a shop vac. And I couldn't tell if the lid went all the way around, but if it's just a trash bucket or whatever, or scrap bucket, I figured the lid would probably only go halfway, and then you throw the stuff in there. And like I say, this looked like a table in the image. Can I see it? Yeah, there you go. See that? And there's that little bucket right there. And it looks like it only covers half of it. And then here's that V-belt right here. And see how it looks like there's another pulley down here. There's a pulley up here. And then maybe a motor on the back. There's that shelving at the top. So that this, once again, this is an interpretation, but this is what I think it looks like. There's probably more to this machine than 3 pulleys and a motor, but you know, I obviously won't be able to tell until we get more images from different angles. This is that other one, and I didn't know what this was exactly, so I just made it like shelves. In fact, I think I textured it wood. Yeah, it's kind of a wood grain. And then there's this thing right here, and there was this pipe sitting in front of it. I forgot to mention that this time around. And then there's this piece of wall, excuse me, it's back here. It looks like it has some sort of shelving or something on it. That's actually right here in the image. And there's actually a piece of metal or something dark sticking up right here. This is sticking out of the ground at an angle. And then there's a piece here I never got modeled yet. But yeah, this is a pretty cool find. Spent a few hours trying to work out the details on this and then model them. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show in this video, and this is why I decided to make a video, so maybe I can get some feedback on this. If this is some sort of dwelling, or maybe it's an outpost for military personnel or something, then does that mean this is a vehicle right here? This kind of looks like a vehicle. Like, this is the back of the vehicle, this is the side, and I want to point out this piece right here. Doing about the same. I thought I was going to make this quicker. This, whatever this is transparent. We can see through it. It's either plastic, or it's like bulletproof glass, or it might even be transparent aluminum. Now, we are, for about a little more than 10 years now, maybe 15, we have been messing with transparent aluminum. Goodness, it might even be 20 years. The actual formulation for it is, if I remember right, is aluminum oxynitrite. And the way it's made, it's transparent to visible light. It doesn't have quite the same spectrum as glass does. In other words, it can't see, infrared light won't pass through, and ultraviolet light on the other end of the spectrum won't pass through. Now, near infrared will, and near ultraviolet will. But we're actually seeing through this. At first I thought it was NASA trying to drop a rock in front of it, a transparent rock, but no, this is an actual piece of something, glass, or like I said, it could be bulletproof glass, it could be transparent aluminum. But you can see this sitting on this rock behind it. This is the rock behind it, because you can see the rest of it right here. And you can see this piece, and we can see through here. We can see this vehicle, or whatever it is behind it, but yet we can still see its some detail through this. So this is either glass, or plastic, or once again, transparent aluminum. Cermet is the one that came up with the actual formula for transparent aluminum, and if I remember right, it was aluminum oxynitrite. And it's pretty cool stuff. It's a sheet that is about 1/4 the thickness of bulletproof glass will stop a 50 cal rifle round. And they actually used to have videos on YouTube showing the demonstration of this stuff. It's pretty cool. AK rounds just bounce right off of it. And the 50 cal rifle round did not penetrate. It cracked it, but it didn't penetrate. So it was pretty cool stuff. But I'm going to show you, this was brought to my attention, and that's why I thought maybe that was a vehicle. This was actually brought to my attention. Let me start. Okay, let's full screen. Okay, so here's our structure here. Alright. And this is a Gigapan by Neville Thompson. He does excellent work. And this is where she said that Martian was, right here. and it does look like it. And somebody said these were steps. This is a ramp coming down. It actually comes from back over here behind this, and then it comes around and down at an angle, and it looks like more steps over here where these pieces are. But let's say this is a vehicle. It would need a roadway to travel on, right? Well, check this out. I don't know how many of you played, and probably maybe still do, play Fallout 4. If you ever walk down the roads in Fallout 4 and you see how cracked and pushed up from all the earthquakes after the nuclear war and stuff, what the roads look like in there, tell me this doesn't look like that. It's even got a divider in the middle of some sort, but it looks like one lane of traffic would be here, one lane would be here, and look at all the cracks and stuff in it. And you can follow this back for a good ways, and that divider stays right in the middle till we pretty much lose the road from all the debris and stuff washing down. But look at that. Just keep going. Let me zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to show you what looks like a little bridge too, and it's right in line with this road. Then when we get close to this butte right here, look at this. It almost looks like a track. See how you can see like a track in the sand, and it curves, goes out behind this, and I kind of lose it through here. Don't know where it went, but guess what? Let's go to the other side of this, and yeah, that does kind of look like a roadway up here too, but we're not going to follow that one for now. It looks like the roadway continues back here. Say you've got one side of the road and another side right here. See that? This is the side of it, and it just goes till we lose it at the edge of the photograph. And it stays pretty well the same width all the way through. And then, if you're not convinced, then that's fine if you're not, because we're only guessing. This actually looks like a bridge right here. Look how flat this is on top. Now what it would go over, maybe it used to be a little ravine that ran through here. And that's another piece of it right there, by the way. Let's take a look at this. So, the roadway comes along here. And now originally I thought maybe it continued over here, and maybe it does. Maybe this is something on the side. A bridgeway for side traffic. But it looks like, see how flat, relatively flat this is. Now it's got some big divots in it where water has washed through and washed out some of it. But that looks like an overpass, and it would start somewhere along through here maybe. And then as you get closer and closer, it seems like everything just starts smoothing out to where it would go over this bridge, if it is a bridge, and maybe this is a collapsed part of it right here. Look at this piece that comes up and then turns 90 degrees and goes down here to support this piece. So I don't know, maybe so, but that's just my thoughts on what we're looking at here. And you lose it over here, by the way. It goes between these two buttes. This roadway, if it is a roadway, continues through here, and once again you got those side edges, and then it goes over the hill and it's gone. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. If that is a roadway, then maybe this is a vehicle. Right here. I don't know how close I can get right here. But it doesn't look like just a regular rock. And of course in the enhanced it's a little better. Now, not much, because like I say, Neville Thompson, well, all of them, Neil Spence, Joe White, they all do excellent work. But whatever this piece is right here, it's definitely see-through. And I don't think this is NASA trying to drop something in front of it. It actually looks like it is transparent. And this is not a rock. I don't know if it's a vehicle, but I don't think it's a rock. But we'll get into more of the video when I do the actual video. But isn't that cool? Something transparent. Not sure exactly. Maybe it's some sort of shielding for something. But there you go. You guys Yeah, look at that. 26 minutes. I never make a short video. That's why I have to edit to make them shorter. You guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we shall see you on the full video.